Hey Collective, thank you so much for being here. This is my channel Copper Visions and I'm Antonio. So immediately in my meditation, so many past life memories have been coming up. And whether you are resonating with a past life before this life or past life within this life, the real ones will know what I mean, because it seems like every 5 years or so that has so many rich memories, so many countless times that you have created a world for yourself that you lived in comfortably. And the more I have been engaging with past memories, these old songs, I was on a bus ride this morning, and so many songs on my liked playlist on Spotify were coming up from years ago, and there was this energy that wanted to say hi again, and I really, really missed it. I felt so in touch with this old life of mine that I feel like I hadn't felt in a while, and I wanted to hold on, but I knew that holding on would be constricting the flow of energy. And so you might be resonating with what I'm talking about. If you're not, then maybe this is not for you. But I was also hearing a lot of noises in this hotel room, and they're all so different from each other. And what I'm getting now is that you might feel like you're in a realm or a space internally. I mean, it's all very abstract, right? And if you've been here before, you're getting used to my style of reading. However, it's almost like I'm seeing plumbing and hallways and underground, and immediately I was remembering a movie, but it's also a book. It's called The City of Ember. And so if you've ever read that or heard of that, there might be something in there for you. I mean, I haven't seen it in a long time, but I was almost asking myself and spirit, for you, collective, what do you do when an old life is ending? And how do you discern when the new life has begun? And of course, it's very, very up to you, and there might be a very harsh, or not harsh, but bold line of, this is when this ended and this is when this began. But it feels like this beginning energy has been coming in bit by bit, drip by drip. There's also this imagery coming in with, and if you were here for the last reading or the last couple readings, I might have talked about feeling really drained, but then spirit revealed something to me in a bath, mind you, and I was noticing the water drain, and of course it has its own sound, but the way the light was reflecting, there was almost this eclipse, as if the moon completely covered the sun. And there was a moment, right, where there's a moment, where an eclipse fully reaches its maximum coverage, and for a split second everything's almost completely dark. And then the new cycle begins. The epitome of this energy is also revealing itself to me in the form of the type of blizzard you might see, a mini blizzard you might see when you are taking a really wild, steamy shower, looking up to the lights, maybe in a stadium, and it's raining or it's snowing, and you can see so many droplets. They're free-flowing. They're not making a single form, but now what's happening is that this new life is taking shape, and you, collective, are bringing it into form. And even another confirmation, there's a painting behind me where it kind of, there's these figures and there's these pathways and strings I'm seeing that are kind of building up a community of people that are like-minded. They're created from the same stardust or star energy. And what's interesting is that I feel like I actually am matching this color palette, which is brown, black, and white. And so you might just be seeing a lot of that color, or that combination of colors might feel really significant or grounding for you to wear. And even the way I'm speaking right now is very soft. I'm trying to be mindful about this new beginning. I'm trying to be mindful about how I'm speaking this new world into being. And so, collective, that's what you are doing. And so please forgive me, or give me, some grace and some patience, because this is for you, and I am also part of this collective too. And so when things are revealed, they just come through. And I might say I, but really I mean you. So with that being said, let's get into your reading. So today I feel like using I think it's called the Prisma Visions Tarot. It's a really cool box. I just feel like showing you this eye. And it's the mini version, so. Okay, Spirit, what do you want to reveal to Collective today about this new world that they are bringing into form? Well, it's definitely a much more restful world, the Four of Swords. Much more restful. And I also am paying attention to, I think the nose, there's a nose here? No. Yeah, there's a nose on the sword. And it's almost like the sword he's carrying, forgive me. The sword he's carrying, you might not be able to see it, but there's a carrot nose. So you might be eating carrots, or you might just feel like you need carrots, specifically, in this new world. But this is really reminiscent of actually the Three of Swords and what that has given birth to. You see how there's the shadow or the imprints of 3 other swords that you can't even see because they've sunk so far deep into the snow that they're no longer visible. But one is left standing, and one is, I believe, the Ace of Swords, which is not here necessarily, right now, but I have a feeling it might come out. So we'll see. We'll see. And if not, then this is a truth that is so ingrained, so deeply ingrained into who you are, that it's already part of the way you function. And the things that you let go are unnecessary now. But what you are bringing in to this new world are things that are very wise, lessons that are very wise, lessons that you have spent analyzing and taking from. Okay, what else? Okay, I feel like the cards are ready. Ace of Pentacles is crossing you. So there's definitely an opportunity on the horizon for you, a new door opening, so that you can step into the future that is meant for you. Whatever has happened to you has brought you exactly to this moment. But I say that so that we can acknowledge how it has not only happened to you, but it has happened for you. Ooh, you know what? I want to take a moment to clarify this ace, literally this door, because I have these door cards, right? So I want to see what door this is. What is the opportunity that's crossing Collective? Other than creating their world from scratch? I don't think so. I feel like you already have a good structure. Okay, I see. What do we see here? Palmistry. Oh my gosh, well. Fortune and tarot, collective destiny. The palm lines from birth tell your sacred palmistry. Listen to the notes of intuition. Wow. You are so connected to your intuition right now. It is not even funny. But I love that Spirit speaks to me and to you through humor as well. If you're here, you have some type of intuition that kind of comes through your humor. And so when you say things, sometimes it takes people by very much surprise. But archways, both archways in these, they could be doors, they could be square, but they're not. They're well-rounded. Mainly I'm referring to you. And this is what you're going for. Okay. Wow. I want to thank you for those of you who've been here, who've been on this journey with me, watching me show up however I may. And I'm only laughing because of how many videos I've looked back on and have thought I resonated with the message myself, but there's so many moments of, could I really have just fixed my hair a little bit more? Yeah. Or like, some funny judgment that doesn't even play in part of the message, but it's just about showing up as you are. And someone commented on another video that I just posted that was like, I don't, like, it doesn't matter. The lighting doesn't matter. This and that don't matter. What matters is the authenticity. That's why we're here. And I really, really, if you know who you are and you commented that very recently, thank you so much for saying that. And for those of you who have found my channel and feel like sharing and expressing your love for me and how I read, and just for this space that we are both creating together, thank you. I love you. I love you too. So, what a world this is now. Oh, and there's a song coming through by K-Flay, who is an old from one of my past lives, called Dreamer. Yeah, how does it's really like alternative techno. Bum 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 bum. One second, collective. Nobody shows you how to live, me either. Get a steady job, couple kids, the fool, act decent. This life is only what you want it to be. And I want more. Yeah, you want more, collective. Ooh, and my gosh, wow, you just hit me right in the heart with this one. The 8 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. Reading them separately means totally opposite things, I think. The 8 of Cups is one of letting go and walking away into the unknown and taking a chance on your 9 of Cups that you hope to receive. You don't really know if you are, because you're so deep in the loss of the old that you can't necessarily identify with the new yet. But this is the risk that it takes in order to get into your new world, is that letting go of the past version of yourself is required. The 10 of Cups, though, the 10 of Cups is knowing that you've already reached your fulfillment. It is already done. You already are experiencing that on a timeline that you are now stepping into. And it's what's crazy is that you just hopped over from the 8 of Cups to the 10. However, you know that in order to reach even your 9 of Cups, the in-between, you have to be able to let go of everything, even the outcome of the 10 of Cups. And that takes a serious amount of compassion that you have, that you are. You've been cultivating your religion. Oh my God, wow. I'm hearing you've been cultivating your religion for a long time. It's one of your own making. I love that. I love that because there's so much truth in religions, but not one religion is all truth. It feels really rebellious to say that. And to feel it feels very liberating, and the liberation is what the God energy is all about. Eight of Swords. Actually, this card came out in a position earlier today with with a close friend of mine. The same position, and what I loved about this, the moment that we spent going over this card, was that there's this person kind of hiding behind the swords, feeling really lost and alone. And yet, if you looked a little longer, a little deeper, you can see there's this little smudge of a butterfly. And also, just because this butterfly's leaving doesn't mean that all of the butterflies have gone. It's funny, or as cheesy as that can sound, but there's actually a butterfly on this little guy's shoulder. Still reason to hope, even though you feel a little lost in your mind. But feathers were the thing that came out of the significance of this card too. As you can see on the side here, there's a wing. And so if you see feathers, just let yourself be held in the commitment to your own unfolding. I think that there will be more information on that when it comes out, but okay, collective, let's see. Why are you tripping? Oh wow. Oh. The Two of Cups. I said, why are you tripping? The Two of Cups, huh? Because of a connection? Because of a relationship? This could be platonic, this could be romantic. I mean, this card is kind of romantic because they're holding 2 glasses of wine. Oh, maybe you're connecting with someone again. No way, from a past life. Another song, Past Lives. But there's so many songs called Past Life. There's one by Borns, and there's one by someone else, and the Eight of Swords energy is wanting to make an entrance, but I'm not going to give it as much value as it wants to have right now, because the thing is that as long as you remain connected to you and how you feel about you when you're with whoever you're with, that's the important thing. And then the truth will flow through you, both, I'm hearing. Interesting. Ooh. I'm feeling a lot of things right now. I'm seeing the drain again. Okay. Where are we at? 1757? 18, the moon. Just the clock on the camera is showing me that. And 2 cards wanted to come out, the Chariot and the Ace of Cups. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy, moving forward with a full heart. Oh wow, and you can see this, you can see the rain droplets I was kind of talking about before. Is that, you know, it's raining and there's light that's shining and there's so many droplets. And this bird is guiding too. You're being guided. You're being guided in the best way possible when your heart is at the forefront of your mind. I'm hearing. That's all. Okay, let's see. There's a challenge here, and then there's an outcome. I won't spend too much longer with these cards, but it just feels, oh wow, end the world. The challenge is identifying the difference between an ending and a beginning, but both are present, which is why it can be so hard to identify what to bring with you and what to leave behind. Peacocks, though, could be significant. And lions. Snakes, too. I'm hearing Kundalini rising. I'm hearing Leo. Or Leon, even. And Elena. Hey girl, if you're watching. It's been a while. Or even Helena. Elaine. King of Cups, though. King of Cups. I'm feeling like a wow, and I just looked over at this galaxy beyond the mind, the heart beats. I'm seeing this galaxy, and I'm feeling I'm almost feeling like there's a galaxy just swirling. You might be wearing something. I don't know. That like you might be wearing something, or you might have a shirt or an article of clothing that kind of has a galaxy on it, or you might see this somewhere, and I don't know what that's going to represent, but something about being really emotionally aware and intuitive, but not being afraid to take actions based on how you feel. But there's something about you having the wisdom already from the past to know the difference. But patterns, cycles of awareness are showing up. And the whole thing that this channel is based on is actually, there's a specific painting I made, and that's when I kind of started to pop off with this, with creating readings, or creating or wanting to share the creations that the readings were offering to me, to my friends. And I'm looking at the shadow of this card right now, and it looks really beaten and battered. I don't know if you can even catch it. There's a certain, you can kind of see it's a little beaten and battered on the top of it, but anyways, cycle of awareness. There's a painting I have on Copper Visions on the Instagram, which I have not touched in a long time, but there's like 3 phases of awareness that you have in this new beginning, and something about letting the one that's free from patterns leave and wandering away into the dark so that it can become a part of a different cycle. For some reason I feel like saying cycles aren't bad, they just are what they are, you know? Let's see the outcome. Oh, the Empress, you beautiful, beautiful Empress. Doesn't matter what your gender is. I personally identify with the Empress so often, and it's one of my favorite cards in the tarot, for sure. Taurus vibes. Also swans. But an Empress with a conflicted mind knows that meditation is very, very important. Of course, the Lovers. Making a big choice. Big decision. Ooh, and I just got a pin in my head right here. I mean, yeah, I could drink some more water. Maybe I'm a little dehydrated, but something about... I'm just hearing the word ingrained. Okay. Oh, well, I mean, that's the full length of the spread, but Judgment on the bottom. Oh, another door. Whoa. But there's a difference between these doors, and one is there's like a something coming in, but we started with needing to step through the door, opening up the door. Almost, it's one you pull, not push. So it's one you pull, right? But this is one, oh, maybe you open the door. You open the door by being here, by feeling what you have felt so far in this reading. If this has been resonating with you, if you have felt any or seen any confirmations, synchronicities since watching this video, and you'll know what they are, but maybe it's to do with the time, maybe it's to do with colors, or just other synchronicities that you've seen. I felt like I needed to really show you, because there's one door closing and another door opening. But you know how I talked about how it could be a square door or rectangle door versus an archway? Interesting. It's almost like the past wanting to come through, though. I don't think this is the door you want to go through. You want to close it so that it keeps everything else. I'm seeing Coraline in my mind. Like that little door she would go through in the movie, where she would go to this new world, or this other world, right? The other world, where the other mother and the other people were. And it was this fantasy land, and she needed to go through all of that to really understand how to live in her real world. But it was all real. What you don't see coming. More butterflies. The Page of Swords. And an even stronger wing. An even bigger wing. Or set of wings. You are protected, benevolent. Mask or not, you might be on the edge of the old world. But also there's this opposition happening where you can see that the butterflies are almost making sure that this person steps onto the new ground. She's kind of looking back like, oh man, I almost stepped off the cliff. But I didn't fall. Wow, that's what you don't see coming. Okay. I want to get a couple last messages just to kind of bring everything in. And this is from Oracle of the Universe. So let's see what this let's see what the universe wants to tell you. Protection. What did I just channeled that, but then this card came. What number is this? 37. 57 came out earlier though. A ladder with a squirrel on it, believing in yourself. Helix, the eye of God. I see deer, I see elk, I see bears. I see an audience. And a ladder in a new world. There's literally a new world in this, in the middle of the eye. Oh, wow. This is so cool. Okay, I want to read this to you. Something about your right side, though, you're masculine, you're supporting, like I think you're in a really masculine energy, actually, even though you're on your way to your empire, your empress energy. One second. So cool. Okay, you're so cool. You're like way cooler than you say you are. So cool. Okay. You're like, I know. Know you are loved and protected. To live an authentic life, you must engage healthy boundaries for yourself. Take your time in trusting new people, especially in business and with finances right now. Check all contracts. Oh, I was going to say contacts. Check all contracts thoroughly before signing. Also, side message, check your contacts. If you wear contacts, just make sure they're really clear before you put them in. That's for someone. Check all contracts thoroughly before signing. While you are partially the product of your ancestors, you have free will. Take only the positive from your ancestry and be aware of any family toxicity. It stops with you. Oh, full body chills from behind when I read that. It stops with you. It ends with you. No more family toxicity. You have been doing the work that it takes to claim this new reality. You are the first in your family to do so many things, and I know they couldn't be more proud of you. Whether they say it or not, you don't really need to hear it, but for some reason Spirit needs you to now. They might have too much pride to say it or acknowledge it, but they're so proud of you. Man, maybe they couldn't. Maybe they're gone. You know, maybe there were some passings. But, ooh, which door? Collective. Okay, I want to do this. Okay, I want to do something where I want you to pick which card. And then from there, you can fast forward through and pick the one. I'll try to leave the timestamps available so that you can just pick to see. But if you want to see all three, that's fine too. There's one actually that's standing out that's in reverse. If you pick the middle one, let's see what it is. Stargazer, serendipity, wonder, and calm. Whoa, okay, I'm gonna read this one. It might be part of all of them, but you can skip forward if you want to see the next ones. Stargazer is the last card. Stargazer. Wow, that's beautiful. Staring up at the spangled dome, the stargazer looks deep into time, dazzled by light that has traveled across unfathomable distances and wondering at the serendipity of crossing paths with a comet. Gazing at infinity puts terrestrial affairs into perspective. Look up. Cool. Okay. If you chose this side, if you chose the first card on this side, how will I do? How will you know? Oh no. Quasar? Maybe this is for all of you. I mean, this is for you just in general, but maybe there's an order. Okay, one sec. I feel like I hear someone saying this is taking too long. Well, I'm doing my best, okay? And if you're like, who's saying that? You know, thank you for standing up. Okay. It's fine. I might be saying this wrong. Quasars are galactic nuclei trillions of times brighter than the sun. They're powered by supermassive black holes that devour such immense amounts of matter that it can't all be consumed at once, but instead circles the drain. Oh my god. But instead circles the drain, collides, heats up and forges in its fiery furnace, one of the most luminous objects in the known universe. Shine on. Keep going, collective. Oh my god, and the Two of Cups almost fell off the table. I don't know what that means, but... And then this last card, dang it. Okay, it's just beautifully vulnerable, that's all. You know, if you've been here, you know that this card has been coming up. Okay. This was the card all the way to the right. I'm trying to be as clear as I can, but maybe it's I'm not like a pick a card type of reader. So not yet anyways. Okay, Skydiver. Hold on. I gotta read this. Okay, I gotta read it for you. I wish I could show you the whole card, but okay. The skydiver stands at the airplane door, a mile of sky between their feet and the earth, not unafraid, but not afraid of fear. They secure their parachute and leap into the air. Falling becomes flying, their body held by the wind. Don't miss the jump just because you're afraid of the landing. There's something about fear and not letting it choose for you. You can choose for you, regardless of the fear you're feeling. It's here for a reason, but you know what's true. Let the results show you. And then you will become new.